At Mr. Bill riding his Moto Guzzi here. We got Rapid Roy. Say hi, Roy.
Hi.
He's riding his Moto Guzzi, and I'm riding my Thruxton R today. Hello, everybody. This is the Flat Cap Cafe Racer. Got Mr. Bill up front on his Moto Guzzi. Grizzo, say something.
Hey, everybody. We're going to have a beautiful ride today. I'm sorry George couldn't make it, but he'll be at the party. We're going to feed him dinner, and I got him his favorite chocolate cake to celebrate his 82nd birthday.
82. Wow, that's good. We're going to take this opportunity on this ride to let Roy tell you a little bit about his Moto Guzzi V7, and we'll hear a little bit from George before the end of the video. Go ahead, Roy.
Well, since Jerry wired me up here, I'm going to make a few comments. This is my 16 Moto Guzzi 750 or V7 Special. The Special was not a common model in 2016. It was not even advertised in the Moto Guzzi literature. It was more popular in Europe, I think. But a dealer in Seattle liked them, so had several. And I made note of that, and I actually bought this bike in Seattle. Had it shipped to me in Meridian, Idaho. No dealer in Meridian. There was quite a while back, but not when I bought this, and not at the present time, as far as I know. Kind of like this bike because it's, well, there's a number of reasons. It's got quite a few quirks, but that's character, I guess. It's not a fast bike, but it has a lot of torque down low, so it's quite satisfying unless you're trying to go really fast like this and open it up, which I don't do very often. That's about as fast as I like to go. It gets real good mileage. It's geared pretty tall. I think I've gotten about 70 miles per gallon, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty good at hypermiling. I like to do that on most of my vehicles. I've done a few things to this bike, all cosmetic. I kind of like a little bling, so I got polished aluminum fenders front and back, kind of a stubby fender. Never ride it in the rain anyway. I painted the front brake caliper. I painted the Moto Guzzi name on the front of the engine in red. Also had the valve covers along with the caliper anodized red, or I should say powder coated red. The valve cover bolts painted black. Girlfriend Becky says it looks like a ladybug. She calls it the ladybug bike. And although I don't like it, I have to agree. It's a fairly lightweight bike. I'm thinking maybe 430 pounds or so. Has real good fuel capacity, 5.6 gallons or so. With that good mileage, I can go a long way, and I like that because I'm always trying to find gas stations that don't have ethanol. It's a low bike, a low seat height. I'm kind of short, but I do have longer legs, but I still appreciate the low seat height. And as I said, the engine does have a lot of torque, so it's usually quite satisfying. It has what you call a heron head pistons. Kind of looks like a dished out bowl. I understand that's good for efficiency and torque, but bad for high RPM horsepower. Easy to see that. The bike doesn't even have a red line on the tachometer. And I don't think it's electronically limited, it just runs out of air due to the shape. And the fluid dynamics of the cylinder filling and exiting. I think of something else. That's about all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
Well, let's see, I just thought of something else I was going to say about my Moto Guzzi. I forgot to mention that I also powder coated the springs on the shocks, and the shocks are not originally on that bike. They're the shocks that come on the V7s. Sport? Oh, V7 Racer. Yeah, the V7 Racer. So they're a little different. They're more adjustable, a little more compliant. But I had to paint the springs red to match the rest of the red that I did. The other thing I installed is the fairing, and it's just a clear fairing. You can see a lot of bugs on it, but you can also see the road real well. I like to see the whole road, and I don't like to have any blocking. You know, it's a motorcycle. I want to see everything, so I like that. And well, the other thing I like about the bike is it's. I think I said it was pretty simple to maintain. I like that it doesn't have any or much technology. It has ABS and traction control, and that's it. It has you know, analog instruments and no connectivity. And well, you know, I like that because of the Morgan. I like that too. So anyway, I like that, and. I guess I'll be keeping this for a while. It's pretty easy to ride as I get older, and I can move it around, and it's low, like I said, so I enjoy it.
A little bit about his favorite ride.
Probably around somewhere between 68 and 70 and through there. Went headed towards Yosemite and went over Tioga Pass. And got in a race with a couple of the bikes coming over there. They were chasing me, and they didn't catch me. My brother was riding behind the entire pack, and he said the one guy that was actually chasing me missed a corner in the middle of the field. That's probably one of my best rides, remembering that. So.
Well, you were, what were you riding then, George, you remember?
My old 67 Triumph.
Your 67 Triumph. So was that a 650?
Yeah.
Did it have two carburetors? Or
Yeah,
what?
it had a Bonneville carburetor. I had a Bonneville engine on it with twin carbs. But it was a lot of fun.
So you dusted them?
Yeah.
What were they riding?
They never got close enough to find out. I don't know what they were riding.
Good answer, George. They never got close enough to find out. Wow. Mr. Bill and I show you how we put the front and rear sprockets on. Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing. Please subscribe.